Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Malia. For today's video, I'm going to share my glow up plan for 2023, but not just like physical glow up, like mentally, physically, literally any area in your life, we're going to glow up. This glow up plan will consist of goal setting, manifestations, vision boards, things like that. So my glow up plan, I'm just going to share how I do it because I've been doing goal setting and vision boards, all of that stuff since 2020, I'm pretty sure. I've done it the past 2 years now. So I was just gonna share like my tips and my steps on how I achieve my goals and things like that, because let me tell you, it works. It definitely works. So continue to follow along and we'll get right into the video. So step one is writing down all of your goals, and I like to use this by journaling. Get yourself a piece of paper, a journal, a computer, just some place to write all your things down. You're gonna map out 7 different areas of your life. I've watched other people do goal setting and I've looked up different things online and on Pinterest and all of that stuff. So I just came to like the 7 areas of my life: health and fitness, physical and mental well-being, career, financial, relationships, personal life, and spiritual. If you have any type of spiritual or religious beliefs, you can add that area in as well. So those are the 7 that I write down. You can do more, you can do less. That's just what I use, okay? So once you write down those areas, this is where you want to think about what you want your 2023 year to look like, specifically in that section. So for example, okay, so I thought it would be the best to use the health and fitness area as an example. So what I have down for my goals for this 2023 year is to work out 4 days a week, cook 1 new recipe a week, take vitamins every day, and to drink 68 ounces of water. So this is what I have down, but underneath each of these bullet points, I still go a lot more in depth. Okay, so after you write down each of those areas of your life, I just like to do it one by one. So if I start with health and fitness, I want to get all my ideas out, and then I'll move on to physical and mental well-being or whatever area you wanted to do next. Because if you're writing in a journal, you're gonna run out of room and then you can't add all of your thoughts in. So that's just my tip. So in each area, I write maybe 2 to 4 bullet points, different goals, or how I see myself in that area. And with each bullet point, you want to be very specific. You want to write in great detail so you can actually imagine and visualize it. Because if it's so general, like anything can happen. So really try to make it as specific as you can. When you were writing down all of these things in your journal for the different areas of your life, you need to be writing this in the present, okay? Not in the past, not in the future. Keep it in the present. Okay, and then here's the thing. This is gonna be more of an optional thing. I think it helps a lot more if you do this, but this may just be like too much for you. So if you don't wanna do it, don't worry about it, you know? Okay, so after each bullet point, then you wanna ask yourself why you want that certain thing to happen to you in the next year or for 2023. You're gonna list 4 different parts now underneath that. You want to set an intention. You want to write down any limiting beliefs that you have on that bullet point. You want to write down any affirmations that can contradict those limiting beliefs. And you also want to have some type of symbolism. Okay, and for the example that we're using this time around, it's cook 1 new recipe a week, which was one of the bullet points listed underneath the health and fitness area. So let's go through it. So the intention, that means what I want to happen. Learn how to cook a lot of new recipes this year. Next is the limiting belief. So what doubts do I have about that? I don't know how to cook very well. So how are we going to change that? What affirmation can we put in place? So I listed 2 here. A kitchen is a perfect place for imperfect action, and I meet my kitchen and cooking skills happily. I thought those like went with it pretty well. And then lastly, symbolism. So this is where the vision board would come in, or any type of visualization you would want to do. So you can add pictures of a cooking setup, maybe like a aesthetic cooking, dinner parties, cookbooks, different food, anything that would relate to what you're trying to accomplish for this specific goal. So step 2 will be your manifestation. So this is how you will see yourself in 2023. So there's a lot of different ways for you to manifest your dreams and your goals and all that stuff, right? But my favorite way is to make a vision board. They're cute, they're fun. What's not to love? You know what I mean? So other ways that you can manifest these dreams and goals that we're talking about, you know, so you can do some more journaling and or scripting if that's more of your thing. You can do meditation and specifically visualization while you meditate. You can make affirmations for yourself. You can do different methods. So this is where I don't really know that much about it. The thing is, I've heard them on TikTok, but that's like not a reliable source. But I know that people have used it and it's worked for them, so I'm just gonna share it anyways. You can do your own research on that. I'm not gonna be doing it. So there's like the 369 method, the 333, 777. There's a bunch of different methods you can do. So those are just the ones I've heard about. So you can use those if you want to. If not, stick with vision boards. So when I make a vision board, I make a digital vision board. I'll use Canva, or I think there's a website called The Landing that I heard is really good to make vision boards on. I personally don't like the whole magazine cutout, glue, all that mess. It's usually just like you can find better photos online that are gonna be a lot more specific and detailed to what you're visualizing in your brain. So it's like, I don't really want to use some random magazines. Also, I don't buy magazines. I don't think I've owned a magazine since I was like 13. So I don't know what I'd be using out here. But you also could just maybe go to Walgreens or CVS or whatever, and you could print out your own photos if you wanted to do it that way, if you still wanted it to be more of a physical vision board. When you make it digital, the thing is that you can add it your phone background, you can add it to your laptop or your computer for your computer background. You can add it to your web browser background. So I use Google Chrome as like my main browser on my computer, right? And the background, my skincare vision board will pop up. You want to add your vision board to something that you're always going to be seeing. So I just feel like doing it digital is the best because you can add it to multiple things instead of just having it framed on your wall. But if you are to make a digital one, you still can print it out all big and add it to a frame and still put it on your wall. So it's like best of both worlds. So I'm gonna share some very simple steps on how I would make a vision board. I made many vision boards. I don't just make a generalized vision board, I make them for every single area. So those 7 areas of your life I was talking about, I will make a vision board for each of those. And then after, I'll take my favorite pictures from them, then I'll make a general vision board. So I'll put everything together that I'm working on. I can show examples later and I'll be talking about that later. So now I'm gonna share my simple steps on how to make a vision board, but if you want a more in-depth tutorial, I have one on my channel, or there's lots of resources for you to use out there. So on my Pinterest, I will make a whole new board and I'll name it Vision Board 2023, simple. Maybe this has already been a thing, but I didn't notice it until like last year. But now in your Pinterest boards, you can make different sections. So this is perfect because you have the 7 different areas. So for each area, you can make a different section within your whole vision board for 2023. I hope that's making sense. I'm saying lots of Pinterest boards, vision boards, lots of boards, okay? I hope you're not bored. I heard the laugh track from that 70s show because that was funny. So once you start with one section at a time, it'll be easier. And also, you can always refer back to your notes, anything you wrote down. If you're like, I'm not really sure what to look up, you know what I mean? You should be looking up specific pictures that resonate with everything that you wrote down. You can even customize these things sometimes. Like if you're trying to maybe get the 100,000 subscriber YouTube plaque, take someone else's that's on Pinterest and add your own name to it, you know? So then you're really seeing that it's you. Or maybe you want to be posted on Forbes 30 under 30. So maybe you write a fake article with your name and your business. But yeah, you write a bunch of things down and you put that on your vision board, okay? So you can always Photoshop, or I just use Canva, okay? You don't have to have Adobe or anything like that. Very simple things, free tools online for you to use. So yeah, you can always customize it to make it even more personal for yourself. I would add at least 15 pictures to each of those sections, at least 15. I think you could have like 30 or more. You can make a different variety of your vision boards if you have a lot of pictures to work with. And some just, once you're making your vision board, you just realize that some just don't, it just doesn't work with the rest of the pictures. So you just want a lot of options basically. That's why I say at least 15, but that's just my opinion. I would have a lot more than 15. And another tip, make sure if you're adding any people, which you probably should be, any people that will be on your vision boards, make sure that people look like you, okay? You want these pictures to relate to you and what you want your life to look like. So if the person doesn't look like you, it's not making sense to me, all I'm gonna say. And if you're like, oh, I can never find people that look like me, if I can find someone that looks like me on Pinterest and a lot of people, you also can, okay? Just try it out. If you need to just add black girl, Asian girl, something like that, do it. It'll work, don't worry. Or if you know someone that looks like you or you look up to them or they're a celebrity, screenshot their photo, crop it, add it, okay? If you can't find something on Pinterest or on Google specifically, go look on Instagram. I don't know. There's definitely a lot of examples out there.
Sunlight that always stays, dinner by the waterway. It's that sweet life. Raise your cross. Made some dude crack a smile. He asked if I could stay a while. I'm living that high life. Time to catch a flight, but you can make me go. Unlocking all the memories of my new home. Ventilated echoes playing to and fro, back and forth, yeah. Caught some kids dancing in the alleyway. Crazy how the melodies began to play, yeah. Tell me how you feel it when you hear the lyric, yeah. My heart's in Stockholm. Now I never wanna go home. I left my heart in Stockholm. Now I never wanna go home. Shopping the girl, I brought a girl on my Vespa. She said I already told ya, yeah. I never dated a black guy. I said you're brown yourself.
Also, I'm gonna say this right now. I think the lighting may get bad soon because I decided to film this a little too late. I forget that the sun sets at literally 2 in the afternoon now. Not really, but 4:30 is still pretty early. So the sun's gonna set in about 30 minutes. So I'm gonna have to hurry this up or it'll just be like different lighting. So sorry about that in advance. Okay, step number 3 is going to be taking action. So I like to do this after making my vision boards or any manifestation technique that you decided to do. I don't know, I feel like after I make a vision board and I really can like see it and visualize it, I'm like, okay, I'm a lot more motivated and excited to actually make a realistic plan. I can add a bunch of steps and some new strategies that can help me accomplish these goals for this next year. Because one of the things about vision boards, I feel as if a lot of people online, like TikTok or YouTube, will just say, oh, make a vision board, make it all pretty. Your dream life is not just gonna be handed to you on a silver platter. If you're gonna sit in your bed after making a cute little vision board, no, you're gonna be in the same bed, in the same position by next year, okay? You gotta take action. And if you don't, nothing will ever change. Okay, so like I was mentioning, you need to add different steps or strategies that will help you to accomplish these goals. And just like I've been saying this whole video, you need to be as specific as you can when you're adding these steps or your different strategies that you're making. These need to be written in the present, okay? And if making a bunch of steps and strategies and doing all of it at once is too overwhelming, I would say just split up these different steps throughout the year so then you're not just overwhelming yourself and trying to do everything as soon as the new year hits. Then you're gonna feel burnt out and you're not gonna be as excited to like accomplish these goals. So I say split it up through the year. I think it's a lot easier to do that. Honestly, I just make an overall plan and I just try to follow it. I usually just do one step in the beginning and then I wait to see how the year goes and I'll just change up my plan. I just think it's easier because everything's always changing and evolving. So now I'm gonna share a bunch of examples again. Okay, so I have two examples to share. One is going to be steps and one is going to be strategies. So the first one is work out 4 days a week. So the 5 steps that I listed was to find a gym or a group workout class that you want to join. Second step, make a workout schedule that would help you balance between your work and your social life with your new workout schedule. The third step would be to make a workout plan. This would be more if you joined a gym, because if you joined a group workout class, the instructor already has a plan for what you will do in the class. Number 4 would be to educate yourself. So maybe you'll look into some books or articles to just learn some more information. And number 5 would be to follow some fitness influencers for inspiration, and they usually have a lot of good tips. So those would just be my 5 steps for the first example. Okay, so we're using the same example as we did before. So still with the cook one new recipe a week. So these are just a couple strategies, for example. So the first strategy is to plan ahead your new recipes for the month. So this would just be finding 4 new recipes. Very easy, very simple. The second example strategy is to invest in a cookbook. So maybe by investing in a cookbook, you're going to learn different styles of food. When you don't know where to look to cook and you just have a book ready to go with recipes that you can just flip to a page and just cook it that night, I think that's really helpful. And the third example would be to follow cooking influencers or cooking content creators on either TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So with these platforms, you can easily save these recipes and these videos, such as on TikTok and Instagram, you can save these in folders, whereas on YouTube, you can make a playlist separate, but you can always refer back to these videos. It'll give a lot of inspiration, a lot more ideas. So these are just 3 example strategies that you could use to cook 1 new recipe a week. So this is just one of the examples. If you want me to explain this a little bit better, I can do it in the comments below. Just ask me or give me a scenario and I will help you out. Okay, so we are now at the end of the video and this is where I'm going to share all of my extra tips for you guys. So for some people, they don't even know where to start. They don't know what goals to have for the new year. And let's say this is someone that has never really done something like this before. It's kind of like, where do I start? So I made a board on Pinterest that I think will help, and this will be separate from my vision board, Pinterest board. This board on Pinterest is called Getting Ready for 2023. I have like little champagne glasses, like the emoji, you know, it's cute, okay? And just a lot of different ideas that you can use for inspiration. And honestly, I use them this year to make my vision boards and I would definitely recommend them, so that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna put a few on the screen. I don't know which side it's going to be on yet, but I'm going to put a few on the screen as examples so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Check out my Pinterest board for the rest of the examples that I'm talking about. And once again, the name of the Pinterest board will be Getting Ready for 2023. And I'll also have a link in the description that you can easily just go to the board if that's easier for you guys. Okay, the next tip I will have is that if this whole video, which if you watch the whole video and you're still like, not for me, seems like a lot of work, it's a little too overwhelming to think of my whole year in like a few days and write everything down, whatever, you know what I mean? If that's all way too much for you, I will recommend to make a goal for every single month and only work on that goal for the month. So let's say January, you want to focus on your health and fitness, just health and fitness, okay? So maybe you're gonna look into different workouts that you can do. Maybe you're gonna cook more, try out some new recipes. Maybe you're gonna make your doctor appointments and eye appointments, all those things. Maybe you do that for the first month of the year, okay? So for January. Maybe in February, you want to read a lot more, get into reading. So maybe your goal for February is to read 3 new books in 3 different genres, okay? That's just another example. I'm actually gonna link the girl's TikTok that I found that I got the idea from. I really like her list and she goes through every single month of what she's gonna do. So check her TikTok out. One of my next tips, because I talked about my manifestation technique, I like to use vision boards. If you're still very confused on how to make a vision board, or it's just these things maybe just don't come as naturally to you, once again, I'm going to recommend my vision board video, but there's also a ton of resources out there for you to look at. There's literally so many videos. There's videos on YouTube, on TikTok on how to make vision boards. You can check out Pinterest. When you're making a vision board, I guess I didn't say this, but like when you're looking up all of the pictures that you want to use, once again, I always use Pinterest. homegirl, love her. Just put travel vision board. Individual pictures will show up that you can use for your vision board. And if you're still very confused on any pictures of what to use, I have 3 boards now. Vision board 2021, vision board 2022, and my current one, probably my best one, will be vision board 2023. Each of those Pinterest boards that I have all the pictures that I've used for all of my vision boards that I've made in the last 2 years. So go check that out. I'm gonna add some of my vision boards just for some inspiration for you guys to see. And if you have any questions about them or where I found the pictures, once again, literally all the pictures are from Pinterest, okay? Okay, this is my last and final tip. If you're someone that's very new to all of this stuff and you're not really used to making goals or resolutions or anything like that for your new year, I would recommend having a vision board party with your friends so you don't feel as alone. You can get inspiration for them, they can help you out, and it's just like a fun, creative activity for everyone to do. I've actually never had a vision board party with my friends, so I want to do one eventually, but I don't know. Okay, this is where the whole magazine cutting, I would do this for a vision board party. If I'm making just a vision board for myself, with myself, I'm not doing the all magazine cutout, gluing, all of that stuff. I don't want to do it. But yeah, and also this vision board party can just be very simple, or you can print pictures out that you already have, or any pictures that you find on Pinterest, you can print those out, share them with your friends. You can buy some like boards or frames or something from maybe Michael's or any craft store. But I definitely recommend doing a vision board party if you're just like, I don't really like this stuff, it's not very fun to me. When you involve your friends, you'll have a fun time. If you don't have friends that are happy for you to accomplish all your goals and dreams, get them out of your life. They're wasting your energy, taking up your space, out. You should be able to share good news to the people in your life. They shouldn't be upset or jealous about you doing well in your life. And you know, if they're just gonna be bitter about it and they're gonna put you down and you're not gonna feel as good about it, we don't do that. We don't do that here, okay? Get them out of your life. It may hurt, it may be sad, but you're making room for people that actually matter. But yeah, either remove those people from your life or let them just be a watcher of your life. Slowly distance away, you do your own thing, they can be a fan in the end. No need to tell people your wins, keep those to yourself. Okay, so those are all of my steps that I'm taking to make my glow up plan of 2023, and I hope I gave you something that can help you make your own glow up plan, make your own vision boards, all the fun stuff, you know. Thank you for tuning in. I really hope this was a helpful video. Maybe I'll make an updated one, maybe in like the summer after like 6 months have gone by, see where I'm at, kind of. Anyways, I hope this video is very helpful for you, and if you have any questions, or if you want me to explain something better, or if you want more examples from me, just let me know down in the comments and I will definitely get back to you, and I'll answer as much as I can to try to help you guys. I hope it was interesting and maybe you learned something, but yeah. So that's it. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.